One of the longest lasting empires in ancient Middle East is the Persian Empire, and this empire is going to stretch all the ways from modern day Turkey to modern day India. And one of the reasons why this empire was so successful was because anywhere that the Persian people went and conquered, um, their process was much different than other civilizations. What they would do is they would allow that the people that they conquered would be able to keep their religion, their government, their customs, and all of their beliefs. They would just be part of the Persian Empire. And the reason why this worked out was people who were conquered in other civilizations, they would be forced to take on the beliefs of those who conquered them. And they would resent the empire that took them over. So Persia is being successful because the people are not being resentful towards the Persians. They're able to keep all of their belief systems and be protected by a huge empire. One of the greatest emperors of the Persian Empire is Emperor Darius. And he was so successful because he realized that his empire had gotten so large that it was too large for one person to rule. So what he decided to do was break up the empire into provinces, which a good way to compare that to is the way the United States is broken up today. So provinces would be like the equivalent of states. Each one of his provinces would have its own governor who would be in charge of that province, much like we have governors in charge of our states. And the governors would be responsible for making sure that people followed the laws and also collecting taxes. And then Emperor Darius would be the one who would be in charge of all the provinces. And because there were so many provinces, Emperor Darius wanted to make sure that his governors were doing what they should. So he had inspectors go and check in on the different governors to make sure they were following the rules and doing their duties. Otherwise, they would be removed from that power. Darius is also very successful because he creates a system of weights and balances, as well as a unified system of currency. The Persians are going to be known for trading, and by having the same weights and the same currency, it's going to make trade much easier. One other important thing that Darius does is he has several roads built throughout his empire to connect all of the regions. This is good for connecting the regions. This is good for trade, so that trade can easily happen between the different provinces. And the other main goal is to be able to easily move his troops to the various provinces by having these roads. So all of these things help him to be very successful and help the Persians as a whole be successful.